Hey, hey, hey. Alright, so I'm gonna do a how to stealth video. Um, so the basics. First is the inventory. Um, so for your weapons to start off with, you can basically use any weapon that is gonna give you high concealment value. The higher the concealment, the less detection risk you have. Um, so basically, um, pistols, assault rifles like the Commando, um, shotguns like the Raven are going to give you a higher concealment. Um, Pistols can include akimbo. The Car 4 is good for concealment when it comes to assault rifles. Um, SMGs too are good. Um, but for this, I have the akimbo uh, Deagle, just because I have a new skin and I just wanted to see what it looks like. It's pretty neat. It's pretty flashy. Um, so as far as barrel extensions, you obviously want to have a silenced barrel, and and so you want to have a silenced attachment on your barrel. Any kind of suppressor, really. If you have a bit higher concealment pistol, you can use the size, doesn't matter, because it doesn't take any concealment. Champion's suppressor, the Raw-Tech suppressor is good for if you don't have any DLCs. I'm using the Monolith suppressor just because I can, because I have a higher concealment. But suppressors like the Jungle Ninja is going to give you a lot of concealment penalty, which will affect your detection risk. Mainly, the main objective is to keep your detection risk at 3 when it comes to your weapons. For secondaries, like I said, you can use submachine guns, not the Swedish K, but like something like the Micro Uzi. Something like the Micro Uzi is good. Or even the Para has a decent concealment. But for pistols, I'm using the LEO. I mean, the ultimate concealment pistol is the Gerber-Kurz, which is because it already has a high base concealment, and then if you get this concealment boost for it, the +3 concealment boost, that's just ridiculous concealment. That's great. But yeah, right now I have the LEO, and yeah, these concealment boosts is what you want to add to your stealth weapons. The micro lasers is great for any pistol because it doesn't have anything, it doesn't do anything besides give you a laser. And sights, generally I don't use sights for pistols. They always add 1 concealment, and the slides for the LEO are good. The custom slide doesn't add it. It doesn't have any concealment issues. It gives you stability and damage. Yeah. So I just want to see if I can change this concealment to a stability, because you get a stability penalty when you're using akimbos. Let's see if that'll affect. Yeah, see, it goes up to 4. I don't want that. It's better to have 3. The lowest concealment is the best. Obviously, you want to use a two-piece suit because it doesn't give you any concealment penalties, whereas the vests will, and you don't really need them. I mean, you're not going to take any damage. Well, hopefully you don't take any damage. If you're taking damage, then you've been spotted. For melee weapons, any knife really. So from page 1, there's the Tanto knife, which is a community item, even though it's shank, or the weapon butt, utility knife, all these knives are gonna work. But if you have the ninja pack, use the kunai knife. It's gonna, it's gonna give you that poison damage. So, well, I guess it's called the Ultimate Edition pack now. If you have the Ultimate Edition, then use the kunai knife. Alright, skills. So in Mastermind, I have Force, Friendship, Confident, and Stockholm Basic, because Stockholm will allow you to intimidate hostages if you have a loud weapon. Like, say you go in Go Bank and you want to keep all the civilians down, you can just take off your suppressor on one of your guns and keep them down using this skill. Obviously, you want to have the Force Friendship because that gives you more cable ties, you can tie up more civilians. In the Forcer, I just have the Resilience and Transport just so I can move bags quicker. That's basically it. You can throw the bags 50% further with that. In Technician, I have Jack of all trades and engineers, so I can have 2 deployables. If you ace Jack of all trades, you can have 2 deployables. You can have like ECMs and bounty bags, or ECMs and trip mines. And then I have all the drill skills, so when I do any drilling, it has a chance to restart on its own. I can melee attack the drill to reset a broken drill. And Ghost is where most of the skills are. Basically in Shinobi, you want to have all the skills aced. I don't have Cleaner Ace because I don't use 2 body bag cases. I'd rather use 2 ECMs. Then you want to have Parkour, at least basic, because you get that additional movement speed, which is good. Inner Pockets, it increases the concealment of your melee weapons. Obviously, you have to have Duck and Cover, which is good too because it gives you the stamina regeneration, and you sprint 25% faster. Optical Illusions have that ace because you get that reduces the concealment penalty by 2 on silenced weapons, which is great. And then I just have Specialized Killing in the Professional. Just the Professional is just to help with stability, and then Specialized Killing is going to give me more damage on silenced weapons, because when you do the 1-downs and if you don't have these, you end up shooting a guard 6 times and with the most powerful weapons, and they still don't go down because your health is so high, so you want to have that extra damage. And then Fugitive, I just have these pistol skills to give you more damage and reduce the stability on akimbos, or reduce the stability penalty, however. Yeah, so that's good for skills. For perk decks, if you have the Burglar perk deck, use it. It's the best for stealth. That's like the that's like what everybody uses for stealth. Just because of you get all these, the bag of tricks, you get blending in, 1+ concealment, you get the less chance to be targeted, interact with things quicker. That's great. If you don't, then if you don't have that, I mean, I guess you're just gonna have to use like Rogue or something. Maybe you have yeah, maybe you just have Rogue. So just use Rogue. That's what I used before Burglar came out. Yeah, for throwables, obviously you don't want to have anything that's gonna make a lot of noise, like these grenades. I mean, if you just have the Ace of Spades, use that. If you have some of these other throwables, you can use those. I just like the throwing knives. And for equipment, you want to have. I have 2 BCM jammers because my ECM jammers, when you have all those skills, ECM jammers are going to block pagers and open doors, everything. So that's what you need. And secondary, I have a body bag case because you only have 2 body bags, even with all the skills you can have. So having an extra body bag case is essential. And yeah, that's basically it for your inventory. So let's do a heist. Let's do a basic heist. I'll just do it on crime offline. So it'll just make it faster, less lag. Let's do this is like the basic heist that if you're stealthing, you know, anybody can do this. Put it on gold, and I do all my stealth missions on 1 down. You know, makes it worth it. Alright, for pre-planning in the bank, I always do some spy cams because that allows you to see where the guards are moving inside the bank. Main entrance and office area are the best. And then if you want, you could do a extra body bag dump, but you already have body bags, so that's not really necessary. For insider help, a key card is gonna help you get into that that security office faster if you want. But if you have those ECMs, then you don't need it. If you don't have the ECMs maxed out, the skills maxed out, then that's a great asset to have. And then I just do the vault key because there's that cage and you have to drill it if you don't have a vault key or a saw. Saw is a good thing to bring on this heist if you want all the loot inside the boxes, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, that's it. That's all I get. When I'm, level 100, that's all I need. Alright, so first you just want to stay in casing mode until you get to the back of the bank. You can check out where the vault is. Oh, the vault's on that side. The vault in the back is always good. And as you can see, there's a guard coming, so I'm going to follow him and see if I can take him out. Yeah, you can easily take him out with a silenced weapon. Make sure to answer the pager in a timely fashion. Just hold F, that'll answer the pager. Always bag the corpses. Always take them to a place that are, you can hide them in the bank. This is a good hiding spot back here in this dumpster. It's great, no one can see it. Security room's back here, so they're making this really easy for me. Basically, you can use your ECM jammer to open the door if you have that skill, if you have those skills maxed out. And there's a guard inside here. You just want to get him before he sees you. So for that detection circle in the middle, that basically that's whether you're going to be seen or not. Question mark means that they basically are alerted to your presence, basically. And then as the circle goes up into orange and all the way to the top, that means they've seen you. So once you hit that exclamation mark, they'll see you hear this. You'll hear an activation noise, and that's when they'll look at you. They'll start shooting, and they can possibly alert the whole bank. So yeah, you just want to, these camera guys, you just want to come up behind them and just shoot them once in the head. Answer the pager, obviously. And as soon as I killed that guy, the cameras went off. So there's no more cameras active in the bank, because he was watching the cameras. Since he's back here, he's fallen back here. You can see him through the doorway. I beg him, because I don't want any of these guards to see him while I'm off doing something else. Sometimes you can get them to fall forward. They'll fall over here, whatever, and they won't be seen. In certain heists, they definitely can't be seen. So you can just leave the body, save a body bag. Once you use those two body bags, make sure to press X to switch to your body bags, and just grab all 3 body bags. You can hold 3 body bags, but you start off with 2. And I don't know if you noticed, but that guard went back here. So I'm going to take him out too. Basically the objective is to take out all the guards. That guard's going upstairs, so I don't have to worry about him. Answer this guy's pager. You can put his body in there too. And as we saw that guard go upstairs, but you have to be careful because there's these skylights and people can see. Oh, he's right there. So he almost got spotted. But as soon as you see that, if that detection circle surprises you, just hide, run away, do anything to get that detection circle down. But yeah, this guy's here, so I can take him out. Since that camera's down, because I killed the camera guard, I can take him out right there. If the cameras weren't down and I tried to take that guy out, this guy out here, the camera would alert right away, and the alarm would go off. Once the cameras alert, there's nothing you can do to stop the alarm. Instead, the alarm's going off. Alright. And the manager's here. I just shoot the manager because he's circling around like a guard, so he can spot you and set off the alarm too. So you don't want that. I mean, you can tie him up too if you don't want to, waste that money, because it's a lot of money. Even with the skills I have, you can kill him for 12 grand. But with the skills that I showed you, can kill him for 12 grand. But if you don't want to waste that money, then you're gonna have to tie him up. Alright, so for this part, I'm going to try to get just the back of the bank down, and I'll leave the front of the bank for now, and I'll just start the drill. So let's get the back of the bank down. It's just these 2 civilians. We'll just get them down. And hopefully I can move this guy out of the way. Yeah, there we go. And basically now I have the back of the bank to myself, and I can drill this even without silent drill. You can drill that. So even from level 0, you can drill that without anybody seeing or hearing, for that matter. These 2 guys are always here. They're part of an achievement. I just leave them because people walking around outside can see them if they're tied up or whatever. So grab the thermal drill, and you can start that thermal drill, and no one's gonna know what's going on. And while that's going on, I'm gonna sneak around. Sometimes there's a guy here sitting here with his feet up on the desk. That he's not. I'm just gonna look around. There's like loose money. Um, you can get packages even if you don't have the Gauge Courier pack DLC. Then you'll still get experience for grabbing those. Sometimes there's a package right here. There is. Alright. Now I'm probably just gonna wait. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna go around and tie up the civilians that are outside. So these guys first. Tie them up. Go. You can shoot locks on any gate. These padlocks, you can just shoot them off. So I'm gonna look around because there's this guy on the bench. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, there's that guy on the bench. So that means there's gonna be 2 civilians that are walking around. And you want to get them down too. So I'm just gonna look around and see where they are. If they're out here anywhere. Oh, that's the drill. As soon as that drill leg breaks, that's your main priority. You wanna go and get it going. If you have all the drill perks, you can just melee it. Sometimes it'll start. If it doesn't start when you first melee it, then just hold F to fix it. Okay. Oh, there's one of the civilians there walking around. But if I kill him or tie him up, he's right in front of the bank. He's right in front of all these people. They're gonna see him. Oh, there's another guy. Let me see if I can take this guy down. Just be careful because he's right on the edge of the map. So I have to kill him because I can't tie him up. There's an invisible wall here. This guy's far enough now that I can go tie him up. Just let him alert, get him down. Hold F to tie up civilians. Let's go see how that drill's doing. If you get lucky, sometimes before you even get to it, it'll start up again. Try to melee it. No, it didn't work. If it doesn't work, then it's not gonna. Oh, there we go. We got an automatic restart. Yeah, if it doesn't work the first time you melee it, it's just not gonna work. You have to fix it. Alright, well that's going. We can take down the front of the bank. I mean, we don't have to. We can do the whole mission without taking down the front of the bank, but I'm going to show you how to take down the front of the bank. Start off with, there's a button right here, and sometimes these civilians back here, like these guys or these guys, will run for that panic button and press it as soon as people are alerted. So you want to be aware of that, as well as the tellers. There's the 2 tellers. They have the panic buttons underneath, underneath the teller stand there, and they'll press them. So most people, and I like to do this too. I like to just, the first thing you do when you take the front of the bank is to kill the 2 tellers, because they're gonna press that panic button. Get everybody down in the front. I mean, I don't have any zip ties, and I don't really care. So I'm probably just going to. Oh, there's this guy too. I'm probably just gonna end up killing them all, since I don't have any zip ties. I mean, I can tie up that guy, and then if you have extra zip ties, you can zip tie. I mean, if you're doing it with more than one person, obviously you can zip tie everybody, or just take the gold without taking the front of the bank, but you get this extra loot. Take the front of the bank, you get this here. And then if you save an ECM by finding the key card, you can ECM both of them, but I'm just going to ECM this one ATM open, get the money. That's 390 grand. This guy's open, but we have this guy's closed, but we have the vault keys, so we can just cycle through the keys and try different keys till it opens. And then yeah, like I said before, if you have a saw, you can just go install these. But if you don't take the front of the bank, then they're probably going to alert to it, even if you have a silent saw, because they can still hear that. So we got 2 bags of gold. We're gonna take them to the van, and like I said, if you take all those 2 civilians on site plus the guy on the bench, or the 3 civilians if there's no guy on the bench, you can just walk around like you own the place. Yeah, you just grab the gold, and like I said, if you have a saw, you can open those safety deposit boxes and get a bunch more loot, which is ultimately what you want to do. After this, I'll show you what skills you should use to have when you use the saw. And that's it. Stealth, you get 10 XP plus 10 XP for your next contract. All the experience and all the money. And yeah, I'll show you which Saudi or which skills you want when you are using the saw. So just because whatever, I'll take off these 2 skills, and I can use these skills, and that gives me the saw as my secondary, which is what you want. If you have extra, you can ace it, but whatever. And then your saw is going to be your secondary. For the saw, you want to have concealment and fast motor, or like the silent motor if you're trying to be quiet, and then either blade, doesn't matter. Obviously you want to bring some ammo, so maybe switch that to the secondary to an ammo bag or something. Ask someone to bring some ammo, and then with that I can open all those safety deposit boxes. Alright, and that's it. That's how you stealth. I'll be doing some more stealth heists to show you how to go through other heists. But yeah, that's the basics. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Bye guys.